All right, so our excuse me, we got a few questions written down by our lovely Neo here to kind of prompt us to get going, and then I have a topic of my own that I'll throw in at the end that I think will get us chatting pretty good.
Okay. So, is why do you play COD? Why don't you pick something else? What about COD is you know, the picker, the drawer?
So I'll go first with that one. I used to be back in the day what I would call a Call of Duty hipster. I started with the very first Call of Duty ever and played it all the way until like the second Black Ops came out, and then I didn't like the direction it went, so I quit playing it for a while. But my good buddy Crispy over here, I saw him playing MW1, the reboot, on Facebook, and I'm like, you know what? That looks fun. I'll give it another whirl. So here I am.
And it was fun. It was.
Yes, it was.
All right, Crispy.
Really, that's essentially my answer too. I think I didn't really play a whole lot of video games at all until I started getting into COD. Here just that first one, the remake. So, I mean, back in the day, I kind of rolled a little bit with you guys. I sucked. I was absolutely god awful. I didn't have a game console growing up, really. So, not one that I could fuck around, with buddies on and shit. So, having this has been fun.
Sophie.
I'm sorry, what was the question again? I just kind
It's like we're all on a quiz here. Why COD? Why not something else?
honestly, I mean, I played other video games. Franchise-wise, I would say like Metal Gear Solid has been my all-time favorite. But Call of Duty just gives me the opportunity to play with friends and just have pretty much a good time. It's a good way to wind down.
So
It's a
what
good
I'm
social
hearing is
game.
the consensus, yes, is it's a friend game. Like y'all are here to be with friends pretty much from a
Yeah.
distance
You get the
and
squad
have fun
together, you fucking just chill out and kill some people. It's pretty dope.
and yell and get pissed and yeah.
I do that,
That's
yeah,
that's the
often.
Call of Duty
Yeah,
cycle,
quite a
and it
bit,
has
quite a
been
bit.
since day one.
Hmm.
Get excited, get pissed, look for the next one, get excited again.
All right, okay. So leading off of that, okay, if COD was just they quit, they stopped, no more COD, you don't get any more. What would you go to?
Co-op. I would play COD co-op. Uh, if they just got rid of all the playlists, I would still roll COD. It would just be co-op, and we'd play the same shit on repeat.
All the time.
And yeah, and then I'd probably just stop playing after I got really tired of it for a couple of years, and then I'd be like, man, I really miss those days, and then we'd do it again, probably.
All right.
You wouldn't
So
go to
no,
any other game though?
yeah, I was like no secondary game.
So the only other game that I would actually consider maybe trying to get you guys, because every game that I feel like I want to go and play in, I want to have my squad, you know. So
Yeah.
other games that would also incorporate kind of that squad mentality, I'd probably try to get you guys to play some Phasmophobia a little bit. I don't know if you guys have heard of that game, but
I have. I just
they do.
haven't
I
messed with it.
haven't.
It's
What
like a
is that?
ghost hunting game where you go out as I mean, you can go out as however big your squad wants to be, but you can get 4 people in there. You show up at this haunted house, and you got to figure out, what kind of ghost it is and all this. It's really neat. It's a cool game. It's not very graphically intensive. It's kind of one of those. It seems like it was produced by maybe 4 or 5 people, but it's a cool game. So maybe Phasmophobia, I think, might be one of the games.
Okay. Anyone else got any secondary comment to that?
I would probably go straight to Battlefield because I've dabbled with some Battlefield games and they're pretty good. So I'd probably
I've
go
never
back to
played it.
that.
Yeah, you talk about Battlefield quite a bit, or you used to at least.
Yeah, I played it with buddy, I forget his name on here. I think it was CS Hoosier.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's who it is.
he's the one that got me into Battlefield. We played Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4, the World War 1 and 2 versions of it. It's fun. It's a lot like bigger maps, more open world. Like let's see, in COD there's that ground war game where you have a huge map and you conquer the different points. That's like the main game mode in Battlefield. So just big world play
Yeah.
with vehicles and stuff.
Okay.
I kind of second that. I would probably go back to Battlefield because I played Battlefield 3 quite a bit before I got super into Call of Duty. So I'd probably go back.
It's a legit game. It just plays different is all.
Well, I've never played like a game like COD before until obviously COD. So everything I would play would I just go back to my horror games like Amnesia, Dead by Daylight, Resident Evil, all that
Oh
shit.
hell yeah, Resident
know.
Evil.
But those are
Fuck.
just, games I don't play with anybody, just play on my own.
Mhm.
So there ain't no community there.
You could mess around with Among Us or something.
I mean,
True.
hey,
If
that
that
is
counts as a
fun.
horror game. I guess it could.
I don't know. That's pushing it there a little bit. It's
I
too
know.
cute to be a horror game. Horror.
Horror.
All right. So that's mostly for Crispy, but Resurgence or Battle Royale?
No, Resurgence. God, Battle Royale is just
But-
god awful.
Why? Why is it so bad?
We're all gonna have the same point here.
Let's hear
All
it.
right. I like to be. So Resurgence to me is a good cross between Battle Royale and Plunder. So you have the opportunities to keep jumping back in. You don't have to worry about getting sent to the gulag, having to fight your way back out, and then get fucked up immediately again. Like Battle Royale to me it's a one and done, and it takes up a lot of time. And if you're really good at it, then I could understand. Yeah, you want to keep rolling that mode, but Resurgence, I'm not the player that doesn't need second chances. I have to have other chances to get back in there and keep playing.
All right.
If I don't have it, then I don't have it. So Battle Royale is just off the table for me.
I can see that too. Like, I definitely need some warming up sometimes when we play before I gain any of my skills that I
Right.
have.
Yeah.
Definitely those second and third chances sometimes.
Yeah, I got the same answer on that. There's a very obvious skill gap, and like Crispy said, I ain't got it. You know, if I go in BR, I'm gonna be one and done. I'm probably gonna lose the gulag if I happen to win on someone not paying attention. Or AFK as they say these days. Yeah,
What's AFK?
away
You don't
from
know
the
AFK
keyboard.
either?
No.
I just had to explain this yesterday to Joda. Yeah, if you hear somebody say AFK, it's away from keyboard. So like the people that are just
Oh.
standing randomly in the fucking corner that aren't playing, they're AFK.
Oh, okay. That makes a lot of sense. I like it.
Yeah. What about you,
All
Todd?
right. Yeah.
Honestly, I don't know. I kind of like Resurgence, but if I were to do any sort of battle royale, I like doing the smaller version of it. Not the entire map, but it does like small sections of it.
Yeah, they do
like the
have
mini
mini.
battle royale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All because I'm not good at it at all. And I feel like I'm better whenever there's like a smaller amount of people.
That's fair.
Like not so much
Yeah.
going on at once.
Yeah, because then I don't have to worry about 100-something people. I'm only worried about like maybe 40.
Yeah, for sure.
But
That
I feel
does
like I have
change
more of a
things.
chance.
All right. Yeah, I have a chance because I let everyone else die and I'll hide and then go out.
Exactly. Yeah. which I guess doesn't make it good for us, but at the same time, it's about surviving.
Yeah, right. It's like a survival game too, not just a kill everybody game.
Exactly.
That's the other thing too. Like right now, we're just starting to get into streaming, and it's not great content to be, you jump in, you grab a couple of guns, you chill out and hide in a corner for a while, hoping that you start seeing the numbers go down, and then you get out there and you do a little fighting, and then you die.
Yeah.
Then you die.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not. I mean, people probably watch, but at the same time, it's like at least in
don't-
Resurgence, you got some action. You can get into the shit of it. You can
Yeah.
lose, and then you're coming right back in. So there's no,
Yeah.
There's
there's no
no
break
dead space constantly.
There's no dead
Mhm.
air.
dead air.
Dead air. Alright.
Gotta
All
throw a
right,
Sunny
so-
reference in there.
What pisses y'all off most about COD? Whether it be people, game settings, like what is the thing that just is your peeve about it?
Cheaters.
Bots.
Right. I think cheaters, everyone could fucking agree on that. That's just why play if you're just gonna make yourself
Yeah.
a fake god.
Just
Like,
play the
seriously.
game. Just play.
Right.
I mean, that's how you get to Carnegie Hall. Fucking practice. You just got to do it,
Ah, nice reference.
right?
Like if you're not good, you're just not good. And you should just enjoy it for what it is. But
Yeah.
you don't have to just screw everyone else just because you can't practice. Just
For
saying.
show.
And bots.
True.
I kind of like the bots sometimes. It just depends on where we're at.
I don't like the bots in the new game modes. Like they threw them in Plunder, for God's sake. Why?
Yeah.
Like, for what fucking reason? And I'm still not entirely convinced that wasn't an accident, because I've only found them in Al Sharim Pass in that one building.
Yeah, but
And
that is a stronghold buildings. Man, we haven't went to any of the other ones.
We need to try.
That
We
is
should
true.
try
We
and
don't
see if
explore very
there's-
much.
If there's
Yeah.
no bots at the other strongholds, I'm gonna keep saying that was just a fuck up on the Deeves part. Like somebody just forgot to take them out of there.
Yeah, possibly.
That'd be pretty wild if that was actually the case.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I think bots in DMZ are pretty good because you could have a lot of dead space and they'd make everything a little too easy. But when you're not an experienced player, it kind of makes it hard. But you also have to sit there and work at it and get better too.
Yeah, but DMZ
True.
without the bots is just plunder. Like it's just
Yeah.
plunder on Al Mazrah is all it is, really.
If there was
That's
no
not
bots in
Plunder isn't Al
DMZ, I
Mazrah
don't think
anyway,
it would
but still.
exist.
Right. But that's kind of what I like about DMZ. It's different than all the other ones. And I don't know. I like the challenge of it because you got players and bots.
Yeah,
You just got
I
to be
dig
kind
the
of
bots.
tactical.
As long as the bots stay in DMZ, I'm cool with it. They got to have their place.
Yeah.
Know your play spot.
Yeah, they always have to have their place. That's fair.
I like DMZ a lot. And my answer of being bots that pisses me off the most is kind of a selfish answer. I hate when I get killed by bots. I don't hate that the bots are there.
Yeah, it is
Okay.
kind of booty getting killed by something that's not even being controlled by a living person.
Yeah, right?
True. Very true.
Well,
Like
the thing that oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say, like, you'll run through just slaying all these idiot bots that don't know how to move and they can't aim worth a crap. And then you're like, you get hit by one lucky dude and then you start sprinting around a corner and then there's like 5 more with shotguns just shoving it
Oh,
right up
yeah.
your ass. Like, what
Or
do you
those
do?
sniper bots.
Or the sniper bots, for real.
They got sniper bots?
Yes.
Yeah.
I have not seen that yet.
I haven't either. I haven't run
That
across
is a
one of
thing,
those
I
yet.
promise.
Well, that's just because we hardly play DMZ.
We need to roll some DMZ again.
Yeah, we
Yeah, I
haven't
like
touched
some
DMZ in a
DMZ.
while.
So
We got too
I
excited
rolled
about
DMZ.
Plunder.
I did DMZ just the other night because I was trying to extract that the FTAC Siege, because I had read I didn't read all the way. I read the first part of the gun just to see how to unlock it, and it said you had to get into DMZ and extract the weapon, but it's not anywhere on the map. It's not in a box or a crate or anything like that. There's no weapons drops that you can grab it from. You have to actually kill another player that brought it into the game. on their loadout and take it from them and extra or like exfil with it. I was like, shit, that's fucking hard. And everybody's killing everybody in DMZ right now. It is a fucking madhouse.
'Cause
And
they're
I
all
think it's
looking
so that
for
they
it.
can. Yeah,
They'll
they all
want it.
want that damn gun.
Damn.
Maybe
So,
But then
did you
maybe
get
we
it?
should let DMZ
No.
cool down for a minute.
Oh.
Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say. DMZ is a fucking madhouse. Like I lost my ass pretty much within the first 5 or 6 minutes of being in there. I mean, the whole squad was wiped instantly.
Damn.
Everybody everybody came into the center and just fucked each other up. It was
Sorry.
fun, but that
Yeah.
was
Well, that's like
Everyone's hunting for each other.
Superstore during the Halloween event in Verdansk.
oh my god.
Oh,
You're not going in there
Oh.
without
Good,
getting
though.
fucked up, man.
so
Speaking
good,
of
though.
that, I did read the other day that they found an Al Mazrah night map in the whatever, like whenever they dig through all the files and shit to start trying to
Yeah,
figure
like
out
the
what's coming
coding
next.
and stuff.
Yeah, so they found an Al Mazrah night map,
Whoa.
and what they think is going to be is essentially just a remake of what they did last year for Halloween, but in Al Mazrah. So it's going to be nighttime, and there's going to be like those things that chase you around and shit. You know what I'm talking about?
I didn't play
Oh
it
yeah,
last
the
year.
monsters and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, like they'll be chasing you around and shit. So
That sounds dope. I'm excited for that.
Hell yeah.
probably the
I
jump
love
scares are
some
going to come
spooky
back too.
shit.
Those
get
freaking
the
jump
jump scares.
scares, man. When you're
I
playing
never
late
played,
at
I
night
always
and
saw
you're getting a little
videos.
bit tired, that will scare the shit out of you, man.
Yeah, if you got to piss, you better do it before you start that game because it will make you piss your pants.
That's hilarious.
If you're into it.
Into pissing your pants? I'm not really into pissing my pants. I
Oh
mean,
my god, you know what I meant.
Yeah, man, that's a weird thing to be into.
yeah.
All right, well, let's play.
Let's
Right
play.
on.
Oh,
Let's
I
play.
got one more. Hold on. I got one more thing. I wanted to hit you guys with this. It might take a minute to get through it, but is PC the master race still? Yes or no, and why?
Oh God, here you go. I knew you were gonna ask some shit like this.
Is PC still the master race?
As a console player, I say yes.
As a console player, I second that.
But why?
I don't know why. I don't know. I think because PC players have always had more access to individual controls. It seems like you guys can get in there and you can just tweak things the way that console players don't really have the opportunity to do. I know playing this on my PC, I had more settings. Like there was more in my settings as far as like adjusting things on my controller and shit like that. And maybe it's that. Maybe it's that you can do that stuff. But
That is true, but is that enough to be considered the master race?
I don't-
Go
I
ahead.
don't know. I think I keep up okay with most PC players, but generally, if I come across a PC like I'm legitimately getting fucked up by, and I'm consistently getting fucked up by them, I could tell that they're playing on PC. Just the way that they move. I mean, if you're going from like a fucking jumped into a prone position immediately and you're rounding corners like it's nobody business, that's a PC player. You just can't do that stuff with a controller.
Right. Yeah, I agree with that. What were you gonna say, Neo?
Yeah, that.
The movement stuff?
Yeah, like when I've watched you play or watched streams of people playing on consoles, or even when I've used like your controller playing on your Xbox and stuff, it is just a pain in the ass. It's such a pain to move straight and turn at the same time and jump and shoot and everything. Like it is just the sensitivity and stuff. It's just I don't know. It's hard to put into words.
It
But
seems kind
what-
of like sluggish and restricted
Yeah.
almost.
Yeah, like you have to have perfect reflexes on your thumbs and move just at such a nice little pace there just to get it just right. I don't know. I
That
think
is true.
and me playing on my PC, I'm still to this day getting used to it because I haven't been playing on it all that long, and I have like 15 keybinds to remember and use, and not all my fingers are trained to hit the right button at or the right key at the right time. So that makes it a little challenging, is because you have to be able to reach everything you're looking for. But my movements and stuff, or my jumps and slides and look arounds, I do believe are better than like per se me watching Joda play.
Yeah, I totally hear you on the keybinds because everybody's got different keybinds on their PC. And us controller guys, we've been using the same button layout since 2007. So
Yeah.
we just pick up the controller. I could go play on a PS5 right now and play just as well as I do on my Xbox because it's the same buttons.
Yeah, it's all the same shit. I mean, the
Yeah.
ergonomics of the controller are a little bit different, but
Yeah,
otherwise,
but
yeah.
if you're familiar with a PlayStation controller at all, you can play Call of Duty on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just like, and then, PC too, the more advanced you get and the better you get with your keyboard, the more you can do with your keyboard. Just period. There's a bunch of shit on COD that I could set keybinds to that I just don't, because I'm still learning my keybinds now. Like, it's only been a few months.
So getting into that topic, there are pro controllers with more buttons on them.
Yeah,
No
I've
thanks.
seen those.
There's buttons on the back. There's extra little switches and triggers and stuff on them. Like there's pro controllers that can let you do like you can do certain movements a lot shorter and snappier, and you can dial them in like an actual dial. You can set your sensitivity and how hard the trigger pulls. Like you can do a lot of crazy stuff with these custom controllers these days. So I feel
No
like
thanks.
you can get almost as good as a mouse and keyboard with a controller if you want it bad enough.
You
But
got to really want
the
that.
the average guy though is not going to keep up with a mouse and keyboard.
I mean, like when you see pro gamers out there, you see them on PCs. Like their competitions are on PCs. Like the best players out there are playing on PCs, and there's absolutely a reason for that. I mean, there's
One thing I'll say though is I used my controller even whenever I played this game on PC, which was not too terribly long ago. I played it on my controller, but I was still on the PC. I thought that maybe it would make a difference, but it really didn't.
No, it won't.
It didn't.
Like maybe your game will render a little better.
It did. It rendered
Your
quite a
movements
bit
might be a
better,
little
but
smoother. Maybe you can see a little bit better around corners, but
so are do
you're
you
still gonna
think
be limited though.
are the guys that are playing on the PC in the competitions and stuff, are they allowed to use the controller?
I guess they could be, but
I
I don't think they
I
ever would.
don't know. Yeah,
Like
I've
because if
never
I
looked
ever
into
did it,
those.
I would be 100% wanting if I had to use a keyboard and mouse right now to play COD, I would be restarting COD. I would not know how to play it.
Yeah, and I mean, there's competitions that go on, that are on like just an Xbox and PlayStation and stuff like that. And I'm just referencing like the top of the line people
Yeah.
who make $1 million fucking dollars for winning a competition type of shit. Um, but I mean, I do think that Xbox and PlayStations and stuff, they can keep up with PC and everything. People play long enough where they've got that shit down like it's fucking waking up in the morning and brushing their teeth. But
Yeah, no, there's gamers on controllers that can freaking slay. Like look at Biscuit.
yeah,
Oh,
He
Biscuits.
kicks ass.
I
he's
so Biscuit is one of those guys that plays on PC, but he has a controller plugged into it,
yeah,
so he still
Right.
uses a controller.
But yeah, he's on a controller though, and he can slay.
yeah. I think a lot of things factor into it, but overall, my general view is that PC has the capability of being just that much better than console.
Yeah. I think you have more muscles involved in your mouse, so you can be a lot
Mhm.
more accurate with it. It's
Yeah,
just it's
that's
an easier movement that kind of coordinates with your brain more than just
and
the end of your thumb.
it's a big adjustment though, using like a mouse compared to just a controller and just using your thumbs. Like you have a whole wrist flick, finger flick. Like there's so many things to do with it. You know, it's definitely like a wrist art form. You know,
Right.
like one little thing can just fuck it all up. And I've done that so many times by just moving just a little too hard because I just don't have it down like perfection yet. Or I bump my sensitivity just a tiny bit too far up, and then I'm like in a fucking 180 circle all of a sudden.
Yeah, you move
How
your
do you
mouse
feel
1
about
inch on your pad and you just pulled a 360.
Oh, yeah.
what are your thoughts on aim assist for controllers? Like that, like you're going against a lot of console guys right now because your squad generally consists of at least 2 other console players. How do you feel about the console players having aim assist?
Oh, shit. I mean, I like, I want to say, yes, that's fair. But at the same time, it's like those people who play long enough and who get that fucking good at it and they use aim assist, it's like, okay, you're fucking screwed. You know,
True.
it's the same as it would be vice versa. I just don't think either of them should have aim assist, to be honest. It's just, you should just have that skill.
Yee, yee.
I think it
I don't
it
even know if I
it
have aim
helps.
assist on, to be honest.
It definitely helps the skill gap for me, but I don't know.
Well,
That's a pretty hot take to debate the aim
I would
assist thing.
say maybe I could fight that more if I actually played on an Xbox and experienced fully what y'all are experiencing, you know?
Right. Yeah.
But so, like, I could be a little bit biased only because I only play on PC. And sure, I've played like zombies and shit on the Xbox or whatever, but that is nothing close to this.
Yeah.
Bro.
What about like cost of equipment though?
Worth it?
Like if you had
It
nothing to play with at all, you started over, you had no skill developed in either direction. Are you buying an Xbox, like a console, or a PC?
okay, so yeah, I'm just starting just to get going. Yeah, I'm gonna go cheaper because what if I don't even like games and an Xbox and a PlayStation, you can use that as your fucking normal TV. Like it does so many things. The only
Yeah, you
advantage
can get
having a
apps on it and
PC,
stuff.
yeah, the advantage of having a PC is this: if you are that much of a gamer and this is like your biggest hobby and this is what you want to do, like at that point you want a PC because you want something top of the line because that's all you're doing. That's all you're using it for.
Yeah, my argument for going, if you wanted to go PC, you'd have to have enough circumstances that make it worth it. Like, are you streaming? Are you editing stuff? Are you a creator? Do you have a special hobby or job that requires intense softwares? Like, if you don't have any of that going on and you just want to play games, don't don't spend $2,000 on a PC
I'm
when
biased.
you
I
can
would
drop
still go with the PC.
$500 on the nicest console there is that
I would
performs just about as fast for a quarter
just
of the
about.
cost, you know? Like the average Joe like us, I don't think it's worth going PC unless you're doing all that other stuff.
Well, I still thought the PC was worth it, even though I wasn't doing all that other stuff until just now.
Well,
When
that's fair.
I played, and I've had the best experience playing on PC over any other game console in the
The thing
past.
too with PC, it seems like you don't have you're not kind of stuck in that middle zone where, like right now, I mean, I know that there's games available on PlayStation that aren't available on the Xbox. Call of Duty, I think, just got bought by Windows or by Microsoft. So
Microsoft, yeah.
yeah, so now I think now, so PlayStation's always had at least some sort of perk or advantage of having a PlayStation and getting COD. So like whether something has dropped to the PlayStation before it dropped to the other platforms, there's always been a reason to have a PlayStation and play COD.
Mhm.
Just some sort of, perk. But you don't experience that with the PC. Like the PC it's all open. Like
Yeah.
everything is available to it.
Yeah, and it makes it great. And then just depending on your build of your PC too, it's like you can play any game and it's perfect no matter what, no issues, no storage issues, as long as you have your shit going. Like it just runs without a flaw almost all the time. Besides things like
until it doesn't.
COD, right? Like COD when it had the update and having those issues, but any
Yeah,
other
but
game,
that's not a broken PC. That's a broken
right?
game.
I'm talking
Right.
broken PC.
Well, yeah, when that breaks, you're fucked.
Yeah, my console's
'Cause
never
it's
gonna take a shit on me.
Look at that
Until
fucking.
it
I will argue
does.
that.
Check that
Until it
fucking paperweight
does.
out right there.
won't.
Look at that fucking bad bitch.
Yeah, it's like when you have to fix a PC, you are spending a lot to fix this PC, like no doubt about it. But that's why when you build it, you try to build it right. As much as I've learned at this point, And you can always expand on your PC as long as you have the right shit too. More storage, different modifications.
That's a good argument. You can
That's what I
always
thought.
upgrade and grow that thing.
Mhm.
Whenever I first bought the PC, that was my whole mindset on it. I was like, well, in 5-6 years, I don't have to worry about getting the PS6. I don't have to dish out another $500 or $600, and this thing's going to be obsolete. Like I could just upgrade a graphics card, do what it's always going to keep up with the times. I just got to find the right hardware.
Right.
And then it died.
But then it died. Like, how did it die? Like, what? You can't fix whatever.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with it. So I got to figure it out. I'll probably end up taking it to Geek Squad or something.
He's got to figure it out.
That can be a whole different episode right there.
I know, right? What is wrong with your PC today?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that would be my biggest argument. Later on in the future, for a year from now, that might change tremendously when I get more and more experience with it. But I've had this PC hand me down, and they had it for quite a few many years, and it's still doing great, even though it has a few flaws here or there, and everything. Like I just have access to everything all the time. I've used it for years, and it's been just fine.
All right, so
I've never had to go get a new Xbox. Just saying.
Quick fire vote. PC or console better for your circumstance? Neo?
PC.
Crispy?
I can't really vote, man. I'm running a console and a PC right now to do what I'm doing.
All right, I'll
So
count one
PC.
for each. Todd, you?
Todd?
And Toph is
We
gone.
lost Todd. Well,
Todd's
I
gone.
vote I vote console, so nobody wins, and just go
Console.
buy whatever the hell you want.
Oh, there's
So,
Todd. What do you say?
There
What
is
did
no
Todd say?
master
There it
race.
is.
Nope, we're done. Todd doesn't
No, what
get
did Todd say? What did Todd say?
He won't let me vote because I'm brown.
Oh
I
my
hear
god.
it.
Okay.
Oh God.
Okay, vote.
Here
What's
we
your
go.
vote? The
He said
tiebreaker.
console.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Don't
He
worry
already
about
said
it. It's fine.
console.
Did he?
I did.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, console wins. Suck it. All right. I got nothing else for the show tonight. I don't know if y'all have any extra points you want to make.
I've been ready to play.
Yep.
All right.
Let's get it.
Well, thanks for watching the GeekTrap Squadcast episode 2. Catch us on
Dose.
Twitch.
It will get better in time.
Deuces.